week 22 post-op / 5-month surgery. Okay, so my surgery was on the 24th, which was on Thursday, and I was going to do a video then, but I felt it made no sense to do a video Thursday and then do a video like 2 days later. So I'm doing it all wrapped up in one. To start off with my stats, my highest weight was 230.6 pounds. My surgery weight was 222 pounds. My weight last week was 161.4. My weight as of this morning was 159.2. So that is 2.2 pounds down from last week. That is 62.8 pounds from surgery weight. And again, I did have ounces at the time of surgery, but I just don't know what the ounces were. So I'm going to just go with the 222. And that is 71.4 pounds down from my highest weight. What the hell? Like 71.4 pounds? That's a lot of freaking weight, y'all. Like, that's a lot. But, yeah, that's a lot. But let's start off with this. Let's start off with how I feel about myself, or how I see myself. I did start this video about 2 weeks ago. In my previous video, or one of my like week 20 post-op videos, I think I started to talk about it. But I took it out just because I felt like that video kind of needed, or that, yeah, what I was saying needed more time, pretty much. So, Key B Blogs actually did a video talking about body dysmorphia, and that's pretty much what I'm going to talk about. She, basically like hit the nail on the head right there. Basically, as I said in one of my previous videos, I think it was like week 17, 18, I don't even know. It was definitely sometimes back. I did mention in the video that yes, I lost this weight, but when I look in the mirror, I still see a 230-pound me. And sometimes actually I feel like I look like I weigh more than 230 pounds. Like I'm a 250-pound person. I still see that. I know it sounds weird. It might be crazy, but it really is something that I do struggle with from time to time. Sometimes I have good days. Sometimes I have bad days. But it is really a mental thing. And with this process, as I've heard so many people say, it's not just the physical change. There's gonna be a mental change, there needs to be a mental change, and I don't feel like mentally I am fully there yet. And prior to the relationship I'm in now, quite a few years ago, I was in another relationship, and it wasn't really a great relationship. It was a toxic relationship. It was an abusive relationship. And actually, let's start before that. Prior to that relationship, ever since I was younger, far back to where I can remember, I always had very low self-esteem. I was very judgmental of my own appearance. I had, just body image issues for years. I mean, and it started from when I was in like elementary. So it wasn't something that just started, recently, or just started in like high school. Like I had these body image issues since I was in elementary school. One, it started off because I was always the biggest person in my class, or out of the group of people that I went to school with, I was like the biggest girl. There are people that were my size or a little bigger than me, but again, it was probably like a good handful of us. So I singled myself out like I'm the biggest person here, and it was just uncomfortable from there. And then of course kids are cruel, make fun of you and everything and all that stuff. A lot of them made fun of me because I was more developed than them at the time. Before, I would say about 3rd grade, maybe 2nd grade, I was already wearing real bras. Like I don't even remember wearing a training bra, to be honest with you. I mean, that I can remember, I'm pretty sure I did, but the first memory I can remember, or school-wise memory, was me wearing a regular bra to school. And a lot of the girls weren't developed at that time. So, yes, I was getting attention from the boys, but because of breasts, they're little kids, playing around and all that extra stuff. But it wasn't the attention I wanted. That's one, let's be clear. And two, it, also brought in the unwanted attention from the females. So it was a lot of, well, she fat and this and that. And that really, I already had my own body, issues, and then that just kind of kicked it over the edge. And then along with that, I have an old school family. I mean, like, they're older people. Like, my mom is 65. My oldest aunt is like 71 or something. You can't tell. They don't look their ages, but they're older. My other aunt that's under that is 66. She's right over my mom. They're pretty much like 9 months or 8 months apart, whatever that is, whatever that time frame is, apart. And, they always pretty much say what they feel, and it's not, any holding back. It just is what it is. And a lot of the time that growing up until, recently, walking into the house, oh, girl, you getting big, or, oh, and to them, they're not saying it to be cruel, but they don't understand what kind of impact that has on a little kid that's still developing, still growing, and already getting talked about at school. That doesn't make it any better. And I'm not, blaming them or saying, it's all their fault, because, again, I had a lot to do with it. But that's when I went through mentally as a kid, or had to go through hearing things like that as a kid. And I think that definitely shaped how I looked at myself as I got older. In this video, I'm going to see if I can add in a few pictures. I don't have too many pictures of me when I was a kid, but I'll definitely add it. I definitely have at least 2. So I'm going to add those in just so you can kind of see, what I look like at a younger age, compared to now. My face, I always look the same. People to this day, I could walk, I'm from Brooklyn originally, but I live in New Jersey. And I still walk in a neighborhood in Brooklyn because my family still live in that area. And they're like, hey, Christina. And I'm like, how you know it's me? Because your face still look the same. So face-wise, it's going to look about the same. But, so I'm going to add some of them in. So back to the family thing. And then my mom, I love her. She is my mother. But she's very vain. And my mom is not small at this time herself. She used to be when she was younger. She, a teenager growing up to probably about adulthood before her first kid, which is my brother. My mom was small. Pretty much all of females in my family start off small and then they gain weight as they get older. Me, I didn't start off like that. I started off as big and then just kept getting bigger. That's just all it was. And my mom would say stuff to me like, oh, you need to lose some weight, girl, and we gotta start working on some of this and over some of that. And it's just like, again, as a kid, your mom is telling you this. You got people at school talking about your weight. Your aunts and uncles, not really uncles, but your aunts are saying stuff about your weight. That's tough for a kid to go through. So you're constantly looking at your body like, ugh. Like, I know people, tear apart their bodies regardless. You always see your own flaws, but for me, I felt like it was 50, 60 times harsher, because I'm going off of what people in my family would say, what I would say to myself, what people in school would say, and I'm just like, oh my God, my body is disgusting and this and that, and I just hated it. It's to one point in about 7th grade, I got really depressed about my body. It was bad, and of course at the time that you're really going through a lot of hormonal changes. I already started my time of the month. I got that when I was in 3rd grade too, so that was even horrible than not everything else, but it was up there because I'm a young age starting my time of the month. Everybody else still chilling, and I got to worry about, you can see my pad, you can see, stuff like that. So, but again, you're a teenager, 7th grade, hormones change, and I got really depressed. I went from an A, B student straight to a DF student, maybe like 1C, and everybody was trying to figure out like what was wrong with me. But at the time, I couldn't really express it. Because I didn't really have anybody to express it to. And it was, again, how I felt about my body. And I felt like, I'm ugly, and my body is just, like, look, I got this, I'm so fat, and that's just how I felt. Then, fast forward, years later, now I'm in this adult relationship again. From now, it was probably, like, quite a few years back, like 5, 6 years back. My son is 7, so 7 years back. He's about to be 7, so about 6, 7 years back. And I was in a relationship with someone for a couple years, and I actually shared with him how I felt about my body and some of the issues that I had growing up. And at first it seemed like it was okay to do, because I felt like this is the person I love, I want to be with. I can share how I feel about myself and explain to him why I feel a way when he does or says certain things. And it wasn't at the time that he was saying anything, discouraging about me. But if he joked around and said, oh, it's your fat ass, or whatever, like joking around saying, and I'm like, I don't think that's funny, and I don't think you should say that to me, because I really took it very personal, and I had to explain to him why I took it personal. Or he'll say a greedy ass. He wouldn't say fat ass. Oh, what's your greedy ass? Like, I would just take that very personal. And I know he was joking, but I didn't take it as he was joking. I took it as he being funny. He tried to call me fat, and it was bad. So I explained to him, like, yo, this is why I feel the way I feel. I explained to him about the childhood thing, the growing up, how I personally tear myself apart. And I don't think that was a good thing to share with that particular person, because as the relationship went on, he, was verbally abusive, and sometimes it was a little physical. Sorry, sounds like a motorcycle went past. Verbally and mental abusive, and verbally and physically, mentally as well. It just wasn't a great relationship. It was very toxic. And when we would get into arguments, the first thing he would do is pull that out of his bag of tricks. Oh, with your fat ass, or, oh, shut up with your bad body. Like, the comments were ridiculous. And of course, that didn't help how I looked at myself, because again, I'm always, yes, I know it's what other people are saying about me, but I already felt bad about myself, so that just did not help. So now that I am down to this, 159.2 pounds, I still see 250 pounds. Again, never been there, but I'm just gonna say I just feel like I'm 250 pounds. When I put on the shirt, I'm like, oh, can you see my roll right there? Can you see this? Like, is my stomach sticking out? My boyfriend now, he's like, yo, Christina, like, no, like, you look fine, like, everything is fine. I'm just like, but no, like, I'm talking about this roll, like, can you see? And I'm just like, so self-conscious still about things. And it's crazy because I actually went through it. I haven't been to the office in like months. I probably feel like 2-3 months. To me, it feels like it's been a while since I've been to the office. And I went there on Thursday to scan in some stuff and get rid of some things in the shredder bin. And people were like, oh my God, you are so skinny. Oh my gosh, you're so great. And it was nice to hear these compliments, because again, I already felt they were looking at me with a magnifying glass, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, it was nice to hear it. Again, I didn't say I necessarily believed everybody, but it was nice to hear, like, oh my God, you're so skinny. I'm like, all right, skinny where? Skinny who? I ain't skinny. I'm all right, but I ain't skinny. Like, I'm like, please, this ain't skinny. This is, I don't even know what to call it. I'm gonna just say, one of my friends, slim thick. That's what we gonna call it. But I'm like, this ain't skinny. So to have the outside people look like, oh my God, you look so good, like you've lost so much weight. Again, nice to hear. People could tell me that 1,000,000 times over, 1,000 times. It doesn't matter, and I will still just be like, thank you. I'm gonna accept the compliment. Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't know what they really looking at. And I know it's crazy, but it's like, I'm looking at myself through those, I guess, horrible goggles. Like, this is not you, or this is you, but you still got a lot of work to do, and you're very critical of yourself. So that is something that I did want to address in this video, because again, that's just something I'm still trying to mentally get over, that hump of how I look at myself. And that's not easy. It's not going to be overnight. I have a lot of work to do with that. It's not going to just happen. I can't snap my fingers and say, oh, I look at myself good, I'm fine now. Like, so what does help me to see the weight loss is the side-by-side pictures. Like, for real, that's when I see, I'm like, oh, all right, I see a difference. Okay, I see it. And then again, sometimes I look in the mirror and I put on something, I'm like, all right, go ahead, girl, you got, but look at you. And then it'll be other days I'll be like, girl, look at you. Like, what is this, girl? Look at you. Like, look at that. Look, So that's something I'm working on. Now, in I think it was my last week video or the week before, I told you guys about this concoction that this lady told me about to do the skin tightening and stuff like that. I did make it, I believe, last week. So I've been doing it last week. I've been doing it for over a week now. I can't really say I've seen anything just yet, because it's still early. I'm going to give it like some time. But I will say that the mixture of everything definitely makes your skin very soft. At least it makes my skin very soft. I mean, like, the areas that I put it in, like, my skin is very, very soft. And that was, again, with the aloe vera. Put it on first, the aloe vera gel, put it by itself. And then the mixture was, like, of an oil, hyaluronic acid, witch hazel, and I think it was something else in it. I'm not 100% sure. I got a video of how I made it. I was going to put it up after I got more time in to see how, how they kind of pan out. I mean, you really can't see anything. You can still see my little saggies right here. But this is pretty much where I put it. I put it here, I put it on my stomach, and I put it between my thighs. I call them my leg titties. That's just what I feel like they are, because they stick out a little bit from the side. They getting a little smaller, but they still there. So that's that. That's that's that. And I will come back and update you guys more on the skin tightening concoction. If it works out, I'll post it. If not, I mean, you can definitely try it still, because I mean, it definitely makes your skin soft. So now to kickboxing. So anybody that follows my Instagram, or anybody that's watched the videos here recently, I've been going to kickboxing every week. This week, I actually went to 3 classes from Saturday to Saturday. So from last Saturday, I went to the Saturday class. I got home Wednesday night, so I went to the Thursday 5:30 a.m. class. Yo, I was talking myself out that class. Like, I woke up at 4:40, like, just go back to sleep. No, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I really don't want to go. But I was like, you know what, Christina, get your ass up. I had to be at work at 7 as well. Well, I told myself I had to be at work at 7. I don't have a set schedule. But I wanted to be in the office early so I could get out early, because when a lot of people start to come in, I start having conversations and I'm there for hours upon hours. So I figured if I got there at 7, I could get some stuff done before people start coming in at 8:30. So yeah, I went on that Thursday 5:30 a.m. and then I went to the Saturday class this Saturday, which is yesterday. Today is Sunday. Sorry guys, the 27th, I think. I'm gonna say the 27th. I think that's what it is, but it's August. I think 27th, Sunday. I went yesterday to the 10:15 class. So I, got 3 days in, and I was talking to the owner on the Thursday class, or one of the owners, to talk to her about the different plans. And I'm like, yo, like, that's a little, y'all have nothing else? Because I really love coming here. I really like to come here. And she was like, unfortunately, because the prices are set by the franchise, they really can't do any other thing with the prices. Like, that's what the prices are. They have one where it's like $97 down, and then $125 for 6 payments. I think that's like 70 classes or something. It's actually 65, but they give an additional 5 classes. Then they have one where it's $97 down. I'm looking at our paper, sorry. And you pay 3 payments of $149, and that's for 35 classes, but they give you additional 5, so it's 40 classes. So, and then there's another one. I forgot what the other one was. But I was just like, that's not cheap. That's a little steep. And I was going back and forth with her about it. And I'm like, and I travel for work, and it's going to take me forever to use them. And they have an expiration date of a year. And I'm like, I may not get all 40 classes in a year, depending on how my schedule looks. Like, I can't commit but to more than 1 class a week. I definitely can do 1, because I can do 1 on Saturday. But I can't commit to 2 classes in a week, 3 classes. So it's not a guarantee I'm going to get these 40 classes done within a year. And she's like, well, we'll put it on the contract to extend it. So I was going back and forth, and I'm like, you know what? I do everything for everybody else. I spend sometimes probably $200-300 a month on nonsense. And I don't even know what the hell I spend half my money on sometimes. And I told myself that being this is something that I really like to do, yo, do it. And I did the one with the 3 classes, or the 3 payments of the $149. And she said that she could also break it down for me. Instead of if they taking out the $149 in 1 payment, they could break it down for 2 payments a month. But I just went ahead and just, did it, because I'm like, again, I like doing this. I actually look forward to waking up to going to doing the class. Even though it was early, I didn't want to get up that day. I'm looking forward to going into that class. I feel like I get a real workout. It's a full body workout. I don't really like the beginning part too much, which is the 15 minutes of hell, or at least that's what I call it, when they doing all the exercises and stuff. But that is a great workout. It's really a great workout. My favorite part is, of course, when you put them gloves on, when you start hitting that bag. That's my favorite part. That will probably always be my favorite part. If I can get just a boxing class with just boxing, I would do that too. Like boxing conditioning, I would definitely do that, because I have done it before, and that's something that I love to do. So I went ahead and I said, you know what, I'm gonna put this money to the side. Yes, I don't have it like that. I really don't, y'all. I'm not even gonna say I have it like that, but for me to do something that I like and I know I'm gonna go to it, why not invest in myself for once? Invest in myself. So that's what I'm doing. I took the time out and I invested in myself. That's it. Now, another thing, guys. So, Shark Week was this week. And let me tell y'all, how real it was. Okay? So y'all know what Shark Week is. That means I have my time of the month. So, I do take birth control pills. And I have, like, the one where it's 7 days off, which was every time of the month for 7 days. But I normally get it for, like, well, this is my first actual real one since I've started this particular one. So I got it for like 4 days, 3 days. It really wasn't long. I think it was like 4 days out of the 7 days that I'm supposed to have it. the first day where nothing was coming up, but I knew it was coming because I just got mad hormonal. I wanted to eat every freaking thing under the sun. I mean, if it was in front of me, I was eating it. I was starving. I felt like when I ate, whatever I ate, it just did not fulfill me being, fulfill that need to eat, or that I was full. I mean, I got full physically, but mentally, I was like, I'm freaking starving. I could have been full as hell. My stomach was hurting. I'm like, oh, stop eating. I literally was setting a timer for every 30 minutes. Well, I don't say every 30 minutes, but I would eat, and then I would set my timer for 30 or 45 minutes just to eat again. Like, I wasn't even doing it to drink anything. I was doing this so I could eat something again. And that was just that day. It was really that one day. And I just let myself do it. I was like, you know what? I'm starving. I'm eating. And I still feel like I'm starving. I can't do this. Like, I need food in my life, okay? So, in the midst of that, I think I showed the video of some of the things that I got. If not, I'll do that with my next week video. They had these Breyers sugar-free fudgesicles. I don't like sugar-free stuff. I normally have an issue with sugar-free things, but those fudgesicles was on point. They taste like regular ice cream. Okay, I know I sound mad greedy right now, but those things were so good. I came home to look for them. They had them at the Walmart, but I was also looking for, I used to make my protein drinks now, like the Starbucks light macchiato already made drink. So I was like, well, let me just go to ShopRite because I can get both. Which ShopRite, they didn't have either, actually, so it kind of sucked. But I didn't get the fudgesicles for home. But it is what it is. I'm leaving tomorrow anyway, and I'll be back Wednesday. So when I come back, maybe I'll get some. But what I did get when I got home was it's another ice cream. I got the Weight Watchers. And it was like a chocolate covered vanilla ice cream, and the calories was like 70 calories, I think, for the bar. 70 calories for the bar. Sugars were about like 12 or 11 grams per bar. I don't think it was pretty much any protein in it, and that's actually all regular sugar. That's not anything that's sugar free, but it wasn't bad. Like, it was really good, and I didn't get a headache, which was shocking because normally I get headaches when I eat regular things with regular sugar. Now, they also had a bar that looks like it's supposed to be like you could tell it's like a bootleg Snicker ice cream, also from Weight Watchers. I tried that too. Again, this was Shark Week. All I wanted was chocolate, y'all. So I fulfilled my chocolate needs this week with ice cream. It is what it is. Like, I needed some ice cream in my life. Okay. And I think I ate the 2 Weight Watchers that we got, the ones with the it kind of looks like a Dove bar, maybe, I think. I don't know. It's like I said, regular ice cream, vanilla with like a little bit of chocolate on the top. It's not fully covered. It's just like halfway, like dipped in chocolate. That came, I think, 6 in the box. I came home Wednesday. I got them Wednesday. Today is Sunday. They were probably going by, I'm going to say, Thursday. Then we went to somewhere else, and I got the Weight Watchers. The one that was kind of like a Snicker ice cream, but it's like literally this big. It's very small, and it comes 10 in a box. I shared 2 of them, so I ate 8 in like 2 days, maybe a day and a half. Yeah, it was Shark Week. I wanted chocolate. I mean, don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. They were so good, though. So good. I'm not suggesting them. I really would suggest the Breyers sugar-free fudgesicles. And again, if I would have went to Walmart, I would have got them instead of the Weight Watchers, honestly. Just because I would have felt less guilty about the sugar part. But, you know. And pretty much that was it. I'm going to go ahead and add in some pictures of, myself 5 months out. Not 4 months, 5 months out. I did take pictures on the 24th. And you can probably see my 6-month gut that I was telling you guys about. Like, that's my main thing. I'm working on this gut right here. So to me, I'm like, y'all look like 5-6 months pregnant with that gut. Like, everything else is all right coming down, but this gut is just not going anywhere. That's why I'm hoping this kickboxing, I can get it together. All right. Oh, another thing. So I'm trying to get these bad boys to come in. I could feel them. They right there. They just not popping through yet. I need them to pop through. I need them to pop out and show out. Okay, just boom. They ain't letting me be great, just like the stomach. But it's cool. It's coming. I feel it. They right there. It's coming. I know it's going to be there. And, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for this little, little cut going on, but it is what it is. That's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and oh, speaking of subscribers, I have 118 subscribers. That is like unreal. I want to thank all of the new subscribers, all of the old subscribers, for watching. Thanks for, you know, sharing if you have. I definitely appreciate all the love and all the likes, views, everything. I was thinking about maybe doing a giveaway possibly at 200 viewers if I get to 200 subscribers. I was thinking about doing a giveaway, but I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do that because I don't know how do you pick the winner, how do you know, so I'm still working on how I'm going to do that and what I would give away. I don't know. So I'm looking into it, definitely. And that is something that once I get it together, I'll come back and give you guys more detail about how to do it, you know, how I'm going to go about it. So again, I definitely appreciate all the love. If you have any questions, any suggestions, you know, anything that you want to bring to my attention that you would like me to talk about, please do. I mean, I will definitely talk about it. You can ask Wait VSG. She, you know, me and her talk often. She just recently had surgery, as I said in my last video. And she's like, well, what about this? And then, you know, what about that? And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. You know, I was telling her, actually, I did a cheesy bread made out of zucchini last night, actually, and I posted it. And she's like, you got to do some recipes. And I was like, you know what? I got you. So next week, I'll probably be posting my recipe of how I actually did zucchini boats. It was kind of like a taco, but without the tacos, using zucchini. So I'm going to definitely post that because I have that recorded. I just was debating on putting it up because I didn't know how it was going to taste. And the zucchini cheesy bread, I did not record, but I will probably make some next week to record it, just to show you guys how to make it. So that's going to be in the works for next week. And again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I always respond back. Thanks.
Bitch, I wanna party like